2025 official USCIS 100 Civics Questions, 2008 version, by Group Repeat 2X. Part 1, 1 to 15. The scene takes place in a quiet office room. Andrea, the interviewer, sits across the desk from David, who is preparing for his U.S. citizenship test.
Hi, David. Today, we're going to practice the first 15 questions of the citizenship test. I'll ask you each question with 3 possible answers. Please pick the answer you think is correct, and then I'll explain why. Ready to get started?
Yes, I'm ready. Let's begin.
Question 1. What does the judicial branch do? A. Passes laws. B. Enforces laws. C. Reviews laws.
The answer is C. Reviews laws.
That's right. The judicial branch, which includes courts like the Supreme Court, is responsible for reviewing laws to make sure they comply with the Constitution. This means they interpret laws and can decide if a law is fair or if it should be changed. This system helps maintain balance and protects citizens' rights. Question 2. What are 2 rights of everyone living in the United States? A. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion. B. Right to bear arms, right to vote. C. Right to education, right to work.
The answer is A. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion.
Exactly. These are fundamental freedoms guaranteed by the First Amendment. Freedom of speech allows people to express their opinions freely without fear of punishment. Freedom of religion means people can choose and practice any religion or choose not to follow any religion at all. These rights apply to everyone living in the U.S., not just citizens. Question 3. What did the Declaration of Independence do? A. It created the Constitution. B. It announced our independence from Great Britain. C. It formed the United Nations.
The answer is B. It announced our independence from Great Britain.
Correct. The Declaration of Independence, adopted on July 4, 1776, declared that the American colonies were free and independent from British rule. This was a historic moment that started the United States as a new nation. Question 4. Name one of the 2 longest rivers in the United States. A. Colorado River. B. Mississippi River. C. Rio Grande.
The answer is B. Mississippi River.
Right. The Mississippi River is one of the 2 longest rivers in the country. It flows from northern Minnesota down to the Gulf of Mexico and has been vital for transportation and trade throughout U.S. history. Question 5. What are 2 ways that Americans can participate in their democracy? A. Vote, run for office. B. Watch TV, read the news. C. Protest, write letters.
The answer is A. Vote, run for office.
Exactly. Voting is the most common way citizens have a say in government by choosing their leaders. Running for office means becoming a candidate for government positions, which allows people to actively lead and make laws. Question 6. Name one state that borders Canada. A. Texas. B. New York. C. Florida.
The answer is B. New York.
Yes, New York shares a border with Canada to the north. Other states like Michigan and Alaska also border Canada. These borders are important for trade and relations between the two countries. Question 7. Who was president during World War I? A. Woodrow Wilson. B. Franklin D. Roosevelt. C. Theodore Roosevelt.
The answer is A. Woodrow Wilson.
Correct. Woodrow Wilson was the 28th president, leading the U.S. through World War I. He was also involved in creating the League of Nations after the war to help maintain peace. Question 8. What is one reason colonists came to America? A. Freedom. B. Gold. C. Land disputes.
The answer is A. Freedom.
Exactly. Many early colonists came seeking freedom from religious or political persecution. They wanted the ability to live according to their own beliefs and ideas. Question 9. Where is the Statue of Liberty? A. New York Harbor. B. Washington, D.C. C. Boston Harbor.
The answer is A. New York Harbor.
Right. The Statue of Liberty stands in New York Harbor and symbolizes freedom and democracy. It was a gift from France and welcomes immigrants arriving by sea. Question 10. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? A. July 4th, 1776. B. July 4th, 1787. C. July 14th, 1776.
The answer is A. July 4th, 1776.
Correct. July 4th is celebrated as Independence Day, marking the birth of the United States as an independent nation. Question 11. What are the two parts of the U.S. Congress? A. The Senate and House of Representatives. B. The President and Vice President. C. The Supreme Court and Congress.
The answer is A. The Senate and House of Representatives.
That's right. Congress is made up of two chambers that work together to create laws. The Senate has 2 senators from each state, while the House of Representatives has members based on state population. Question 12. If both the president and the vice president can no longer serve, who becomes president? A. The Secretary of State. B. The Speaker of the House. C. The Chief Justice.
The answer is B. The Speaker of the House.
Correct. According to the Presidential Succession Act, if both the president and vice president cannot serve, the Speaker of the House takes over as president to keep the government functioning. Question 13. Name one state that borders Mexico. A. California. B. Florida. C. New York.
The answer is A. California.
Exactly. California is one of 4 states that share a border with Mexico, which is important for trade and cultural connections. Question 14. Who does a U.S. Senator represent? A. The people of their district. B. All people of the state. C. The President.
The answer is B. All people of the state.
Right. Senators represent the entire population of their state, advocating for the interests of all residents at the national level. Question 15. What does the President's Cabinet do? A. Advises the President. B. Passes laws. C. Controls the military.
The answer is A. Advises the President.
Correct. The President's Cabinet is made up of leaders from important government departments. They help the President by giving advice on many issues to make informed decisions. Great job answering those questions, David. How do you feel about the study method we're using?
I find it really helpful to have multiple choices because it guides my thinking. Also, your explanations help me understand why the answers are correct, not just memorizing them. It makes me more confident.
That's exactly the goal. Explaining the reasons helps you remember and apply the information better. Keep practicing like this, and you'll be ready for your citizenship test in no time.
Thanks, Andrea. I appreciate your support.
2025 Official USCIS 100 Civics Questions, 2008 version, by Group Repeat 2X, Part 2, 16 to 30. The quiet office room remains calm and focused. Andrea and David continue their study session, building on the progress from before.
Welcome back, David. You did great last time. Now, let's continue with the next set of questions from 16 to 30. Ready?
Absolutely. Let's keep going.
Question 16. What is the name of the President of the United States now? A. Check at the time of your interview. B. Barack Obama. C. George Washington.
The answer is A. Check at the time of your interview.
That's correct. Because presidents change after elections every 4 years, it's important to know the current president right before your test. The citizenship test expects you to be aware of the current leadership since it reflects your understanding of the government today. Checking regularly ensures your knowledge stays current. Question 17. Name your U.S. representative. A. Answers will vary. B. Joe Biden. C. Abraham Lincoln.
The answer is A. Answers will vary.
Exactly. The United States is divided into many congressional districts, each electing its own representative to the House of Representatives. This means your representative depends on where you live. Knowing your representative is useful because they represent your local interests in Congress and vote on laws that affect your community. Question 18. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s. A. The Civil War. B. World War I. C. The Korean War.
The answer is A. The Civil War.
Correct. The Civil War, fought from 1861 to 1865, was one of the most significant events in American history. It was primarily about the southern states wanting to keep slavery, while the northern states wanted to abolish it. The war decided the future of the nation and led to the end of slavery. Question 19. Why did the colonists fight the British? A. Because of high taxes. B. Because of land disputes. C. Because of freedom of speech.
The answer is A. Because of high taxes.
Right. The colonists believed it was unfair for Britain to tax them without giving them a voice in Parliament. They called this taxation without representation. This disagreement over taxes and rights was a major cause of the American Revolution. Question 20. Who makes federal laws? A. The President. B. Congress. C. The Supreme Court.
The answer is B. Congress.
That's right. Congress is made up of two parts, the Senate and a House of Representatives. They create laws that apply to the entire country. This system allows for balanced representation. The Senate represents states equally, and the House represents citizens based on population. Question 21. What did Martin Luther King Jr. do? A. Fought for civil rights. B. Was a U.S. Senator. C. Was a president.
The answer is A. Fought for civil rights.
Exactly. Martin Luther King Jr. was a key leader in the civil rights movement during the 1950s and 1960s. He used peaceful protests and inspiring speeches to fight against racial segregation and discrimination, helping to bring about laws that promote equality for all Americans. Question 22. What is one right or freedom from the First Amendment? A. Right to vote. B. Freedom of speech. C. Right to own property.
The answer is B. Freedom of speech.
Correct. The First Amendment guarantees several important freedoms, and freedom of speech means you can express your ideas and opinions openly. This freedom is vital in a democracy because it allows people to discuss and debate ideas freely without fear of government punishment. Question 23. There are 4 amendments to the Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them. A. Only men can vote. B. Any citizen can vote. C. Only property owners can vote.
The answer is B. Any citizen can vote.
That's right. Over time, the Constitution was amended to expand voting rights. These amendments removed restrictions based on race, gender, and age over 18, ensuring that all citizens have the right to vote and participate equally in democracy. Question 24. How many amendments does the Constitution have? A. 27. B. 25. C. 30.
The answer is A. 27.
Correct. The Constitution has been amended 27 times to address important changes such as civil rights, voting rights, and governmental processes. These amendments show how the Constitution can evolve to meet the needs of the country. Question 25. Who is the Commander-in-Chief of the military? A. The Secretary of Defense. B. The Vice President. C. The President.
The answer is C. The President.
Exactly. The president is the highest authority over the U.S. Armed Forces and has the power to make major military decisions. This role ensures civilian control over the military, a key principle in American democracy. Question 26. What group of people was taken to America and sold as slaves? A. Africans. B. Native Americans. C. Europeans.
The answer is A. Africans.
That's correct. Millions of Africans were forcibly brought to America and enslaved, which had a lasting impact on American society, economy, and history. Recognizing this history is important for understanding America's past and ongoing struggles for equality. Question 27. What major event happened on September 11, 2001 in the United States? A. Terrorists attacked the United States. B. The United States declared independence. C. The Great Depression started.
The answer is A. Terrorists attacked the United States.
Yes, on that day, terrorists hijacked airplanes and attacked the World Trade Center in New York City and the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. This event changed U.S. security policies and had profound effects on national and global politics. Question 28. Name 2 national U.S. holidays. A. New Year's Day, Christmas. B. Halloween, Easter. C. Valentine's Day, Labor Day.
The answer is A. New Year's Day, Christmas.
Right. These are widely celebrated holidays where people across the country gather with family and friends. National holidays often reflect cultural and historical traditions important to American society. Question 29. What is the economic system in the United States? A. Market economy. B. Socialism. C. Command economy.
The answer is A. Market economy.
Correct. A market economy means that businesses and consumers largely decide what goods and services to produce and buy, guided by supply and demand. The government has a limited role, which encourages competition and innovation. Question 30. In what month do we vote for president? A. November. B. October. C. December.
The answer is A. November.
That's right. The U.S. holds presidential elections every 4 years in November, specifically on the Tuesday after the first Monday. This timing ensures a consistent and fair process for citizens to choose their leader. You're doing excellent, David. How do you feel about this set of questions?
These explanations really help me understand the background and significance of each answer. I feel more prepared not just to memorize but to explain if I'm asked.
That's wonderful. Understanding the why behind each answer gives you confidence and deeper knowledge, which is exactly what the interviewers want to see. Keep up the great work.
Thanks, Andrea. I feel much stronger now.
2025 Official USCIS 100 Civics Questions, 2008 version. By Group Repeat 2X. Part 3. 31 to 45. The office room is calm but filled with a quiet energy. Andrea and David, both focused, prepare to tackle the next 15 questions in their citizenship study.
Welcome back, David. You've made excellent progress so far. Now we're going to cover questions 31 to 45. Let's keep up the momentum.
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Question 31. What is the political party of the president now? A. Check at the time of your interview. B. Democratic Party. C. Republican Party.
The answer is A. Check at the time of your interview.
Exactly. Since presidents change after elections, it's essential to know who the current president is and which party they belong to right before your test. This shows you keep your knowledge current and aware of political leadership. Question 32. What is the name of the national anthem? A. America the Beautiful. B. The Star-Spangled Banner. C. God Bless America.
The answer is B. The Star-Spangled Banner.
Correct. Written by Francis Scott Key during the War of 1812, it became a powerful symbol of American resilience and patriotism. It is sung at many official events and sports games to honor the nation. Question 33. What is one responsibility that is only for United States citizens? A. Serve on a jury. B. Vote in a federal election. C. Pay taxes.
The answer is B. Vote in a federal election.
That's right. Voting in federal elections is a key right and responsibility of citizenship. It allows citizens to choose their leaders and influence government policies that affect the whole country. Question 34. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? A. Benjamin Franklin. B. Thomas Jefferson. C. George Washington.
The answer is B. Thomas Jefferson.
Exactly. Jefferson was the primary author of the Declaration, which expressed the colony's reasons for seeking independence and established important principles about rights and government. Question 35. What is one thing Benjamin Franklin is famous for? A. Inventing the lightning rod and being a U.S. diplomat. B. First President of the United States. C. Leading the Continental Army during the Revolution.
The answer is A. Inventing the lightning rod and being a U.S. diplomat.
Correct. Franklin was a polymath. He invented important tools, contributed to science, and was crucial in gaining French support for the American Revolution through his diplomatic work. Question 36. Why does the flag have 13 stripes? A. To represent 13 presidents. B. Because there were 13 original colonies. C. To symbolize 13 states.
The answer is B. Because there were 13 original colonies.
Right. The stripes represent the first 13 colonies that united to form the United States, symbolizing their shared struggle for independence. Question 37. Who did the United States fight in World War II? A. France and Spain. B. Japan, Germany, and Italy. C. Soviet Union and China.
The answer is B. Japan, Germany, and Italy.
Exactly. These countries formed the Axis powers opposing the Allies. The U.S. joined the war after the attack on Pearl Harbor and helped defeat these nations. Question 38. Before he was president, Eisenhower was a general. What war was he in? A. World War I. B. World War II. C. Korean War.
The answer is B. World War II.
Correct. Eisenhower led the Allied forces in Europe, notably orchestrating the D-Day invasion that was crucial to defeating Nazi Germany. Question 39. Name one branch or part of the government. A. Supreme Court. B. Congress. C. President.
The answer is B. Congress.
Exactly. The government has three branches: legislative, Congress; executive, President; and judicial, Supreme Court. Congress makes laws representing the people and the states. Question 40. The idea of self-government is in the first three words of the Constitution. What are these words? A. In order to. B. We the people. C. Of the people.
The answer is B. We the people.
Correct. This phrase means that the authority of the government comes from the citizens themselves, emphasizing democracy and participation. Question 41. Who was the first president? A. Abraham Lincoln. B. George Washington. C. Thomas Jefferson.
The answer is B. George Washington.
Right. Washington was a Revolutionary War hero and set many important precedents for how the presidency operates, including serving only 2 terms. Question 42. What happened at the Constitutional Convention? A. The Bill of Rights was created. B. The Constitution was written. C. The Declaration of Independence was signed.
The answer is B. The Constitution was written.
Correct. In 1787, delegates from the states met in Philadelphia to create a new plan for government, replacing the Articles of Confederation with a stronger constitution. Question 43. What are the 2 major political parties in the United States? A. Libertarian and Green. B. Democratic and Republican. C. Federalist and Whig.
The answer is B. Democratic and Republican.
That's right. These parties represent the primary political ideologies and compete for public office in most elections. Question 44. Who is the father of our country? A. Thomas Jefferson. B. Benjamin Franklin. C. George Washington.
The answer is C. George Washington.
Exactly. He is honored for leading the American Revolution and guiding the formation of the new nation as its first president. Question 45. What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now? A. Kamala Harris. B. Mike Pence. C. Check at the time of your interview.
The answer is C. Check at the time of your interview.
Correct. The vice presidency changes with administrations, so it's important to stay informed about who holds this office when you take your test. You're really close to mastering all these questions. David, how do you feel?
Much more confident. The detailed explanations help me grasp the importance behind each fact, not just memorize answers.
That deep understanding will be invaluable in your interview. Keep reviewing and staying updated, and you'll do great.
Thanks so much, Andrea. I'm ready for the next steps.
2025 Official USCIS 100 Civics Questions, 2008 version, by Group Repeat 2X. Part 4, 46 to 60. The room feels focused and calm as Andrea and David continue their preparation. Both are determined to master the next set of citizenship questions.
Welcome back, David. You're doing fantastic. Now, let's move on to questions 46 through 60. Ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Let's keep going.
Question 46. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? A. The Louisiana Territory. B. The Alaska Territory. C. The Oregon Territory.
The answer is A. The Louisiana Territory.
Correct. The Louisiana Purchase doubled the size of the young United States, giving the country vast lands west of the Mississippi River to explore and settle. This purchase was significant because it allowed the nation to grow and strengthened its position in North America. Question 47. The Federalist Papers supported the passage of the U.S. Constitution. Name one of the writers. A. James Madison. B. Thomas Jefferson. C. Alexander Hamilton.
The answer is A. James Madison.
Right. Madison, along with Hamilton and Jay, wrote these essays to explain and defend the Constitution to the public. Their writings helped convince people that the new government plan was strong and fair. Question 48. What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now? A. Check at the time of your interview. B. Nancy Pelosi. C. John Boehner.
The answer is A. Check at the time of your interview.
Exactly. The speaker can change depending on elections and party leadership. Knowing who currently holds this powerful position shows your awareness of government officials. Question 49. Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived? A. Native Americans. B. African slaves. C. Early settlers from Asia.
The answer is A. Native Americans.
Correct. Native American tribes had rich and diverse cultures spread across the continent long before Europeans arrived. Their history is an essential part of America's story. Question 50. Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II? A. Franklin Roosevelt. B. Herbert Hoover. C. Harry Truman's.
The answer is A. Franklin Roosevelt.
Right. Roosevelt led the country through economic hardship with his New Deal programs and guided the U.S. through much of World War II, providing strong leadership during difficult times. Question 51. What did the Emancipation Proclamation do? A. Freed the slaves. B. Ended World War I. C. Gave women the right to vote.
The answer is A. Freed the slaves.
Exactly. This executive order by President Lincoln declared slaves in Confederate states to be free, transforming the Civil War into a fight to end slavery and changing the nation's course. Question 52. What ocean is on the east coast of the United States? A. Atlantic Ocean. B. Pacific Ocean. C. Indian Ocean.
The answer is A. Atlantic Ocean.
Correct. The Atlantic Ocean was the main route for early settlers and trade with Europe and remains vital for commerce and travel. Question 53. What are two rights in the Declaration of Independence? A. Life, liberty. B. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion. C. Right to bear arms, right to vote.
The answer is A. Life, liberty.
Right. The Declaration emphasizes that every person has the unalienable rights to life and liberty, fundamental ideas that influenced the country's laws and values. Question 54. Name one American Indian tribe in the United States. A. Crow. B. Cherokee. C. Sioux.
The answer is A. Crow.
Yes, the Crow tribe, among many others, has a unique history and culture that contributes to the nation's diversity. Question 55. How many justices are on the Supreme Court? A. Check at the time of your interview. B. 9. C. 7.
The answer is A. Check at the time of your interview.
Correct. The number is usually 9, but can change. It's important to know the current number to show you're up to date. Question 56. What are two cabinet-level positions? A. Attorney General, Vice President. B. Secretary of Education, Chief Justice. C. Speaker of the House, Secretary of State.
The answer is A. Attorney General, Vice President.
Exactly. These are high-ranking officials who advise the president on legal and governmental matters and can influence national policies. Question 57. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the states. What is one power of the states? A. Give a driver's license. B. Print money. C. Declare war.
The answer is A. Give a driver's license.
Correct. States handle many local issues like licensing drivers, managing education, and running elections, showing the division of powers between state and federal governments. Question 58. What is an amendment? A. A change to the Constitution. B. A new law passed by Congress. C. A government policy.
The answer is A. A change to the Constitution.
Right. Amendments allow the Constitution to adapt over time, adding protections and updating the nation's framework. Question 59. When was the Constitution written? A. 1776. B. 1787. C. 1800.
The answer is B. 1787.
Correct. The Constitution was drafted to replace the weaker Articles of Confederation and establish a stronger federal government. Question 60. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1900s. A. World War I. B. World War II. C. Korean War.
The answer is B. World War II.
That's right. The U.S. played a central role in this global conflict, fighting against the Axis powers and helping to shape the post-war world order. You're doing an outstanding job, David. How do you feel about these questions?
These explanations help me connect facts to their historical and political importance. I feel much more prepared now.
That understanding will make all the difference in your interview. Keep practicing and staying informed, and you'll succeed.
Thanks, Andrea. I appreciate your guidance.
2025 Official USCIS 100 Civics Questions, 2008 version, by Group Repeat 2X. Part 5, 61 to 75. Andrea and David continue their dedicated study session in the quiet office, focusing on mastering questions 61 to 75.
Welcome back, David. Let's tackle the next 15 questions. Ready?
Absolutely.
Question 61. We elect a president for how many years? A. 4 years. B. 2 years. C. 6 years.
The answer is A. 4 years.
Correct. The president serves a 4-year term, allowing sufficient time to implement policies, but also ensuring regular elections. This balance helps maintain democratic accountability. Additionally, presidents can serve 2 terms at most, limiting their time in office to 8 years to prevent excessive concentration of power. Question 62. Who is the governor of your state now? A. The mayor of your city. B. Answers will vary. C. The president.
The answer is B. Answers will vary.
Exactly. Each state elects its own governor who oversees state government operations, such as managing budgets, implementing state laws, and leading emergency responses. Knowing your governor's name shows awareness of local leadership and state politics, which vary across the U.S. Question 63. The House of Representatives has how many voting members? A. 435. B. 100. C. 50.
The answer is A. 435.
Right. The House consists of 435 voting members, apportioned among states based on population size. This system ensures representation proportional to the number of people living in each state, so larger states have more representatives than smaller ones. Question 64. Name the U.S. war between the North and the South. A. World War I. B. Revolutionary War. C. Civil War.
The answer is C. Civil War.
Correct. The Civil War, 1861 to 1865, was primarily about whether slavery should continue and the balance of power between federal and state governments. It was a defining conflict that preserved the Union and led to the abolition of slavery. Question 65. Name one problem that led to the Civil War. A. Land disputes. B. Slavery. C. Taxation.
The answer is B. Slavery.
Absolutely. Slavery was the core issue dividing the nation, with southern states wanting to maintain it for their agricultural economy, while northern states pushed for its abolition. This fundamental conflict sparked the Civil War. Question 66. What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution? A. The Bill of Rights. B. The Preamble. C. The Federalist Papers.
The answer is A. The Bill of Rights.
Exactly. These amendments guarantee critical freedoms such as freedom of speech, religion, and the right to a fair trial. They limit government power to protect individual liberties. Question 67. When do we celebrate Independence Day? A. July 4th. B. June 14th. C. December 25th.
The answer is A. July 4th.
Right. July 4th marks the day in 1776 when the Declaration of Independence was adopted, declaring the American colonies free from British rule, a foundational moment in U.S. history. Question 68. What is the highest court in the United States? A. Supreme Court. B. District Court. C. Court of Appeals.
The answer is A. Supreme Court.
Correct. The Supreme Court is the ultimate judicial authority with the power to interpret the Constitution and overturn laws that violate it. It ensures laws uphold constitutional principles. Question 69. Who is in charge of the executive branch? A. President. B. Speaker of the House. C. Chief Justice.
The answer is A. President.
Exactly. The President leads the executive branch, responsible for enforcing laws, directing foreign policy, and commanding the military. Question 70. What is freedom of religion? A. You can practice any religion or not practice a religion. B. Religion is banned. C. You can only practice one religion.
The answer is A. You can practice any religion or not practice a religion.
Right. This protects your right to worship any faith freely or choose no religion without government control or discrimination, an essential part of religious liberty. Question 71. Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now? A. John Roberts. B. Check at the time of your interview. C. Clarence Thomas.
The answer is B. Check at the time of your interview.
Correct. Since this position can change, it's important to be informed of the current Chief Justice before your test. Question 72. Who signs bills to become laws? A. Congress. B. President. C. Supreme Court.
The answer is B. President.
That's right. After Congress passes a bill, the president must sign it for the bill to become law. This is a key step in the legislative process, giving the president a check on Congress through the veto power. Question 73. During the Cold War, what was the main concern of the United States? A. Democracy. B. Communism. C. Trade policies.
The answer is B. Communism.
Exactly. The U.S. sought to stop the spread of communism, especially from the Soviet Union, viewing it as a threat to freedom and global security. Question 74. We elect a U.S. representative for how many years? A. 4 years. B. 2 years. C. 6 years.
The answer is B. 2 years.
Correct. Representatives serve 2-year terms, which encourages them to be responsive to voters' needs. Question 75. What is the supreme law of the land? A. The Bill of Rights. B. The Constitution. C. The Declaration of Independence.
The answer is B. The Constitution.
Exactly. The Constitution is the highest law in the U.S., providing the framework for government and protecting individual rights. All other laws must conform to it. Excellent work today, David. How do you feel after these explanations?
I feel much more confident and understand not just the answers but why they are important. Thank you.
That deeper understanding will help you greatly during your citizenship interview. Keep studying like this.
Will do. Thanks so much for your help.
2025 Official USCIS 100 Civics Questions, 2008 version, by Group Repeat 2X, Part 6, 76 to 90. Andrea and David remain in the quiet study room, their focus sharpened as they approach the final questions in David's citizenship preparation.
Welcome back, David. You're making fantastic progress. Let's continue with questions 76 through 90. Ready?
Definitely. I'm eager to finish strong.
Question 76. What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? A. The United States. B. The President. C. The flag.
The answer is A. The United States.
Correct. When we recite the Pledge of Allegiance, we are expressing our loyalty and commitment to the United States as a nation, including its ideals like freedom, justice, and equality. This loyalty reflects a promise to uphold and support the country's values and Constitution. Question 77. If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president? A. The vice president. B. The Speaker of the House. C. The Secretary of State.
The answer is A. The vice president.
Exactly. The vice president is the first in the presidential line of succession. This means that if the president resigns, passes away, or is removed, the vice president immediately assumes the presidency to ensure continuity of leadership. Question 78. Who vetoes bills? A. The President. B. Congress. C. The Supreme Court.
The answer is A. The President.
That's right. The President has the power to reject bills passed by Congress, which is called a veto. This is an important check and balance that allows the executive branch to prevent legislation they believe is not in the nation's best interest, though Congress can override a veto with a 2/3 majority. Question 79. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the federal government. What is one power of the federal government? A. To print money. B. To issue driver's licenses. C. To conduct elections.
The answer is A. To print money.
Correct. The federal government has the exclusive authority to create and regulate the nation's currency. This power ensures that all states use the same money system, which is essential for a stable and unified economy. Question 80. When must all men register for the Selective Service? A. At age 16. B. At age 18. C. At age 21.
The answer is B. At age 18.
Exactly. All male U.S. citizens and residents aged 18 to 25 are required to register for the Selective Service System. This system allows the government to quickly draft individuals into the military if necessary during a national emergency. Question 81. How many U.S. senators are there? A. 100. B. 435. C. 50.
The answer is A. 100.
That's right. The Senate has 100 members, with each of the 50 states represented equally by 2 senators, regardless of population size. This equality balances the representation between large and small states in the federal government. Question 82. What is the capital of the United States? A. Washington, D.C. B. New York City. C. Los Angeles.
The answer is A. Washington, D.C.
Correct. Washington, D.C. is the federal capital and the seat of the U.S. government. It houses key institutions like the White House, Capitol Building, and Supreme Court. Question 83. Why does the flag have 50 stars? A. Because there are 50 states. B. Because there are 50 founding fathers. C. Because there are 50 national parks.
The answer is A. Because there are 50 states.
Exactly. Each star on the American flag represents one state in the Union. As new states have joined, the number of stars has increased to reflect the current total. Question 84. Name one U.S. territory. A. Puerto Rico. B. Canada. C. Bermuda.
The answer is A. Puerto Rico.
Correct. Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, meaning it is under U.S. jurisdiction, but not a state. People born there are U.S. citizens, but may have limited voting rights in federal elections. Question 85. What movement tried to end racial discrimination? A. Civil rights movement. B. Women's suffrage movement. C. Labor movement.
The answer is A. Civil rights movement.
Right. The civil rights movement was a pivotal social movement during the 1950s and 1960s that sought to end racial segregation and discrimination against African Americans, leading to major legislative changes like the Civil Rights Act. Question 86. What was one important thing that Abraham Lincoln did? A. Freed the slaves. B. Wrote the Declaration of Independence. C. Founded the Democratic Party.
The answer is A. Freed the slaves.
Exactly. President Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, declaring freedom for slaves in Confederate states and paving the way for the abolition of slavery in the entire country. Question 87. What does the Constitution do? A. Sets up the government. B. Writes laws for states. C. Creates the United Nations.
The answer is A. Sets up the government.
Correct. The Constitution establishes the structure of the federal government, divides powers among branches, and outlines the rights of citizens, serving as the supreme law of the land. Question 88. When is the last day you can send in federal income tax forms? A. April 15th. B. January 31st. C. July 1st.
The answer is A. April 15th.
That's right. April 15th is the deadline for most taxpayers to file their federal income tax returns each year, unless an extension is requested. Question 89. What is the capital of your state? A. Answers will vary. B. Washington, D.C. C. New York City.
The answer is A. Answers will vary.
Exactly. Each state has its own capital city where the state government is headquartered. This varies depending on which state you live in. Question 90. Name one right only for United States citizens. A. Vote in a federal election. B. Own property. C. Work in the U.S.
The answer is A. Vote in a federal election.
Correct. Only U.S. citizens have the right to vote in federal elections, which is a critical way to participate in democracy and influence government leadership. Excellent work today, David. How do you feel about these questions and explanations?
I feel much more confident and understand the reasons behind each answer now. Thank you.
That deep understanding will be a great asset during your citizenship interview. Keep it up.
I will. Thanks again, Andrea.
2025 Official USCIS 100 Civics Questions, 2008 version, by Group Repeat 2X, Part 7, 91 to 100. The study room is quiet and focused. Andrea and David are finishing the last set of citizenship questions with determination.
Welcome back, David. This is the last set of questions, numbers 91 through 100. Are you ready to finish strong?
Yes, Andrea, I'm ready and feeling confident.
Question 91. What is the rule of law? A. Everyone must follow the law. B. Only government officials follow the law. C. Laws are optional.
The answer is A. Everyone must follow the law.
Exactly. The rule of law means that laws apply equally to everyone, including leaders and government officials. This principle ensures fairness, prevents abuse of power, and protects citizens' rights. Question 92. Why do some states have more representatives than other states? A. Because of the state's size. B. Because of the state's population. C. Because of the state's wealth.
The answer is B. Because of the state's population.
That's right. States with larger populations have more representatives to ensure their people have a stronger voice in Congress. This system balances representation based on how many people live in each state. Question 93. What ocean is on the west coast of the United States? A. Atlantic Ocean. B. Pacific Ocean. C. Indian Ocean.
The answer is B. Pacific Ocean.
Correct. The Pacific Ocean borders the West Coast and is the largest and deepest ocean on Earth. It's important for trade, climate, and natural resources. Question 94. What did Susan B. Anthony do? A. Fought for women's rights. B. Was the first female president. C. Wrote the Declaration of Independence.
The answer is A. Fought for women's rights.
Exactly. Susan B. Anthony was a key leader in the movement for women's suffrage, fighting tirelessly to secure the right to vote for women in the United States. Question 95. We elect a U.S. Senator for how many years? A. 2 years. B. 6 years. C. 4 years.
The answer is B. 6 years.
Right. Senators serve 6-year terms, which provides stability in government and allows them to focus on long-term issues. Question 96. There were 13 original states. Name 3. A. New York, New Jersey, New Hampshire. B. California, Texas, Florida. C. Ohio, Michigan, Illinois.
The answer is A. New York, New Jersey, New Hampshire.
Correct. These 3 were among the original 13 colonies that declared independence from Great Britain and formed the United States. Question 97. Who is one of your state's U.S. senators now? A. Answers will vary. B. Joe Biden. C. Abraham Lincoln.
The answer is A. Answers will vary.
Exactly. Your senators depend on the state you live in, so the answer differs for each person. Knowing your senators shows you understand your representation. Question 98. What stops one branch of government from becoming too powerful? A. Checks and balances. B. Elections. C. The Constitution.
The answer is A. Checks and balances.
Correct. The U.S. government is designed so that the legislative, executive, and judicial branches can each limit the other's powers. This system prevents any branch from dominating and protects democracy. Question 99. How old do citizens have to be to vote for president? A. 16 and older. B. 18 and older. C. 21 and older.
The answer is B. 18 and older.
Right. The 26th Amendment lowered the voting age to 18, allowing more citizens to participate in elections and have their voices heard. Question 100. What is one promise you make when you become a United States citizen? A. Be loyal to the United States. B. Serve in the military. C. Pay taxes.
The answer is A. Be loyal to the United States.
Exactly. When you become a citizen, you pledge loyalty to the country, promising to support and defend it, obey laws, and fulfill civic responsibilities. This commitment is the foundation of being a citizen. David, now that you've gone through all 100 questions, I want to talk a little about what many people find to be the hardest part of the citizenship interview.
Oh, really? Which questions are those?
It's often not the simple facts, but the questions that require understanding how our government works and how the different branches balance each other. For example, questions about the rule of law, checks and balances, or the powers of the president can be tricky.
I remember those were a bit confusing at first. It's different from just memorizing dates or names.
Exactly. The interviewers want to see if you truly understand the principles behind the government, not just that you memorized facts. They may ask you to explain in your own words or give examples. That's why it's important to grasp the concepts and practice explaining them clearly.
That makes sense. So, it's more about comprehension and being able to think on your feet?
Yes. Another challenging part is the questions about current government officials like the current president, vice president, or speaker of the House. These can change, so you have to keep up to date before your interview.
I'll definitely keep checking the news and official websites to stay informed.
Good plan. Also, remember the interview is a conversation. The officers are there to help you succeed, not to trick you. If you don't understand a question, it's okay to ask for clarification. Take your time to answer thoughtfully.
That's reassuring to hear. Sometimes I worry about being nervous and forgetting answers.
That's normal. Preparation like you've done, plus staying calm and confident will help a lot. Focus on understanding, practice speaking clearly, and trust yourself.
Thank you, Andrea. I feel much better prepared now. Knowing what to expect and how to handle tough questions really helps.
You're very welcome, David. With your hard work and this understanding, I'm confident you'll pass with flying colors. Keep practicing, stay calm, and good luck on your path to becoming a U.S. citizen.
Thanks again. I won't let you down.